There's just like a quote, good artists steal, bad artists copy. In the art world, I think we're all just stealing and being inspired from each other, so that's kind of how it works. I'm a thief, that's plain and simple. My name is Ryan Del Poso. I am currently a student at Woodbury University pursuing my bachelor's in architecture. I mean, looking back, I started at far from architecture actually. I mean, at first I thought I wanted to be in the military, and then I wanted to be a firefighter. Then I realized at the back of an ambulance, that's not what I wanted to do. Thought I wanted to do computer science, and I realized that wasn't for me either, so I had to figure it out again, and then took my first drafting class and my first studio class as well, first studio design class, and really, I think that's where it just kind of clicked, you know, it just kind of took off from there. At first, I was kind of maybe slightly hesitant. I don't know, because I didn't really know much about Woodbury. If I told people, oh, I go to Woodbury, they'll be like, what's that? But actually now that I'm been meeting more and more people in the professional world, they actually do know Woodbury students, so definitely do think I made the right choice going here. They always say we're maybe a good balance of creative and technical skills. Our final year, we get to choose our professors and what their thesis topic will be, and I ended up choosing Cody minor. We were told to look at cartoons that inspired us, so we're exploring cartoon physics in the studio. So basically, we've been looking at Tom and Jerry or Phineas and Ferb, you know, whatever, things from the 2D world, looking at their physics and applying that to an architectural project. So I've been looking at transformers and stuff and seeing how these pieces assemble with one another. So kind of like that, basically. Exploration, experimentation, just having fun. That's what it's about. So we'll see what happens and see what I come up with. So stay tuned. I've been working on some new massings and organizations, but this is kind of what I come up with.
We can imagine the frame almost kind of being programmed to the site, and then it's saying, okay, we need to go collect from the city, and it begins to kind of move, and it shish kebab. You
can see them, and then they assemble together, that type of thing.
Yeah.
People move around, or how do I utilize this space in between. When I talk about my thesis, I always feel really pretentious, because it's it's when I explain it, it's all this mumbo jumbo. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying is making sense, honestly, but that's kind of what architecture is sometimes, I think. I left school last night, or this morning, at 7 a.m. and got back at 8 o'clock. And then slept for 5.5 hours. And got ready, and then had to come back, and here I am. And class started at 1:15. And it's 3:30 right now, but it's okay. We have an understanding with my professor. Look, it's Serge's gift to me that I haven't opened yet, but I'm using it as a reference just for box size, because I'm making a site model, but also displaying it as a toy, you know? So this is just kind of for reference, just to get all labels and just the feel of a toy, you know? But that's what I'm making right here. Just the parts of all this stuff right here. It's a lot of pieces though that I need to still prepare. All these little pieces you see, I'm gonna have to make all that. My computer froze because it's tired too.
How would I describe architecture school? It's hell.
Ooh, sorry. I want to say pain, but no.
Ooh.
Just briefly.
Stress.
The grind.
Yep, we're all a little tense. You know, I've been saying we're in the end game now, you know? So. It's definitely not your typical university. college experience, so it's not like there's frat parties and football games and stuff. 90% of my college experience was in these rooms here, which may sound kind of sad or, you know, lame, but it's actually, I don't know, I think I had one of the best years of my life so far, being in these very rooms here.
I guess to start off, if I had to explain this project in a condensed sentence, I would say here I'm challenging the notion of what a conventional film space, studio production space could be, and applying the Transformers idea into this film space.
Is it continuous here? Can you walk?
Yes, I imagine it'd be continuous, maybe in some areas.
You're messing with like typologies, right? Very much on the exterior, but what about like the typology of the interior? What's a typical interior for, I don't know, the barn?
Like maybe there's a way that you do kind of connect it, and you know the orientation, like somehow you come out of here and you're faced with a wall that's going this way, even though you've been in such an orthogonal world.
Sure. Good feedback.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Ryan,
I think it went pretty well. I mean, it's just comments on how to move forward. Things about section and plan, so more about the interior of the building, how people move around.
First couple of weeks, I'm like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this, because it's a lot. Like, did I make the wrong choice? I feel like having second thoughts a little bit. Like, I get those thoughts at least once every semester, I think, in my time here. But especially when I first transferred here into Woodbury, my first couple of weeks were probably the hardest. That mindset did change slowly as I met more people and made more friends. We all bonded over just getting shitted on and like going through the depths of architecture school, all those late nights, you know. Yeah, I really feel like I found my people.
We're all super tired right now. We all want to sleep, but at least for me, my only motivation to not sleep right now is that in 2 days we have a 5-day weekend. So I'm gonna be sleeping for 5 days.
Say it again.
I love Ryan. I love you, Ryan. This is for you, Ryan.
If I don't sleep, then yeah, I have this bag ready to go. Toothbrush, I got all my things to be fresh for the next day, my moisturizer and my cleanser. Just another pair of clothes for tomorrow, the next day. So I hope I brought my underwear. I think I might be missing my underwear. I got my deodorant though.
Ryan first, like, we were hanging out or whatever, like, he plays music or whatever, it's like all a bunch of like rap and like, what the fuck?
I'm surprised people, like, I mean, you're not the only one to say that.
know,
Like, Stefan's like, you look like you listen to classical music. Like, well, I guess that's cool.
I mean, I've dealt with a lot of procrastination, and I don't know, I've always ended up procrastinating somehow every single review, basically. And I've been always working here till the last minute, using every second of the time. I don't know why I can't break out of that cycle. I'm still trying to change that habit.
Right now I'm preparing my models for painting, but I'm doing a lot better than you were, because I finally got some sleep. But I left here at the studio at like 6 a.m. but woke up at like 2 in the afternoon. So I feel much better today. I mean, I'm still stressed, but it's like a good stress, because I know like I'm in the home stretch, and the only thing really left to do is assemble this model and paint it and make it look pretty. Having fun at 11 o'clock at night, painting at Woodbury University. I don't know. I just want to get this done so I could go home and rest too.
Okay. Is he recording?
Darn it, wait, I need to do it with a straight face. Well, right now we are doing our final presentations, as you can see behind me, and running on like 2 hours of sleep. You know, a little nervous. I mean, I'm more, the tiredness is kind of calming me down a bit, but I don't know. I'm just ready to just get this over with. Hello everyone, I am so excited and proud to announce the newest addition to our Arkemore family. You may be familiar with some of our previous iterations, but this is our crown jewel. This is Filmicron, which is a film studio, and it is located here in Red Hook, Brooklyn. It was inspired by the cartoon of the Transformers. It is made up of all these small Transformers that combine together to create this giant Transformer. So, you know, like Warner Brothers is like, typically their studios are spread out, you know, program is just a flat configuration, where Filmicron takes all that and turns it into a vertical configuration. I combined those, and there you would get the final build of Filmicron.
Really lovely set of drawings. I just really appreciate the, I guess, the consistency.
There's something kind of clever about your project, which is it's very playful. But I really love the models and I love the packaging, and it's too bad that we can't take these home. It's like the fake town.
This is like maxed out.
You don't have a landscape.
And also just the fact that it's vertical and stacked and jammed into one another. Yeah, it's cool. It's a lot.
I'm just done, ready to graduate. I'm tired, really tired. Like I could fall asleep on this floor right now, honestly. But, you know, woo!
Am I afraid of what's to come? Yeah, I think so, actually, a little bit. It doesn't really pertain to like my career or architecture school, just like fear of maybe being forgotten or forgetting other people. You know, I made a yearbook for everyone. Well, it wasn't just me, but it was a collaborative effort. Again, the memories, I cherish them. And, you know, I don't think any other graduating studio has ever done that before, because I always wanted to have a yearbook, just like high school, you know, and because these are people that are very important to me, and we've gone very close, and I want to make a memento of all these experiences. I think that they're all a very special group of individuals as well, so I'm not the only one that deserves a spotlight.
You like my thesis, guys? Edit that out. Edit that out. That looks yeah, that's good.
Ryan Del Poso, magna cum laude.
Singers.
Feel fantastic. I'm finally done. Good to be with the family and all, and here to celebrate. I don't know, man. I feel great. Hasn't exactly hit me yet. Maybe like afterwards when it's all done and done, but I don't know. Pretty melancholy. And we're the only ones here, no one else is here. It's always weird to see the studio like this with no one around, but now I'm cleaning this up for the last time. But yeah, definitely melancholy, bittersweet feeling. I explained this to Rafa. I described it as you know, at the end of Infinity War, when Thanos like looks over his crops and he just kind of sits and watches the sunset, that's kind of what it feels like. Minus the genocide of the universe, but other than that, that's how it feels. One final ambush.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely proud of what I've achieved, and I know my parents are too. I mean, I couldn't have done it without the support from my parents and my family, for sure. I did make a point where, like, I'm afraid to be forgotten, you know, and I want to be remembered. I mean, whether it's an architect or maybe just as a friend. I mean, there's a reason why I keep coming back here all the time and why I decide to work here instead of home. It's become like my second home. Because, you know, my professors show my work as an example, and I even design merch, and I even have like other students asking for it. You know, just like little bits and pieces of me will just still be at the school. And my ultimate goal in life, just leave a mark, whether it's a building, you know, impact someone's life indirectly or directly, leave a legacy and not be forgotten after my time here is done.